Habari gani, my ndugu na dada, my brothers and my sisters, wherever you may be located on planet Earth. You are my people. You are my African people. We are one people. It's just that we do not realize that now, but once we do realize this and come together, we will take our rightful place on this planet. My brothers and sisters, listen, I like to divide our history into two phases. Phase number one, chattel enslavement, considered less than a human being, worked 6 days a week at least, from sunrise to sunset, yet were never remunerated for their labor. Listen, my brothers and sisters, that was a dreadful period. But then, my brothers and sisters, because there were some white people who were advocating for our freedom, our liberation from slavery, they came to our defense, as did all of our bad warrior brothers and warrior queens during our physical chattel enslavement. You know who I'm talking about. Denmark Vesey, Nat Turner, Sojourner Truth. Are you listening to me, my brothers and my sisters? We produced some warriors. We've always had warriors in our midst. We fought, ran away, resented, hated, despised our enslavement. Then, my brothers and sisters, because some of our white brothers recognized our humanity and struggled in the great struggle called the Civil War and defeated the Confederate States, we were gained freedom. But we merely gained freedom from a physical enslavement to a new enslavement that's mental in nature. But let me let you know the positiveness that flowed out of that. You see, because they had various people from various tribes of Africa, the positive side of that physical enslavement was our intermixing with one another, the deleting of our languages and forcing us to try to speak the English language. They destroyed our connection to our past. But my brothers and sisters, it was never destroyed in most of us. It lingered on and on. And then the second point is we can do anything we want to do. We have to realize this. By realizing, I mean see it, think it, feel it, and then concretize it. Make it tangible. Make it the new reality. But you notice one thing the white man cleverly did. He stayed on our case. Destroyed our gains, doing black reconstruction, completely destroyed it. Started a new policy, which he enacted in the lynchings, the burnings of our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our fathers, our aunties, our children. So my brothers and sisters, they burned down Black Wall Street in Tulsa, killed all those people, destroyed the town, did the same thing in Maywood, Florida. If you don't know it, read your history. But then, my brothers and sisters, after we began to try to reach a goal after the blatant lynching period ended, we began to utilize our energies into becoming integrated. And the personification of that integration was Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama. Civil rights struggle began. After the civil rights struggle ended, we found out we were in no better shape than we were before. The white man had effectively kept us all in a bunch together like pigs in a pen in high-rise buildings and housings in areas that were designated as ghettos. But let me speak up for the ghettos and let you know what positive input the ghettos have contributed in our becoming who we are today. You see, the ghettos kept us together as a people. Even though we were struggling people, poor people, hungry people, desperate people, sometimes ignorant people, but we lived together as a nation. Even had our own gangsters amongst us, oppressing us and exploiting us, killing us. We had everything everybody else had. We were a nation. They kept us as the nation they forged during slavery, which is New African Nation in the United States of America. So here we are today with a most dreadful plight trying to exist within. So since we are a nation within a nation, the New African Nation within the American nation, then we must begin to think as a nation. You see, what we must do, my brothers and sisters, is we must come together, organize, get our act together, get us an ideology. Anybody's ideology you want, as long as it's from Marcus Garvey, Joseph Jacques Barton. Excuse me, my brother, for mispronouncing your name, but the brother who wrote all the books on African liberation, Pan-African liberation. So my brothers and sisters, listen, we are a nation, disorganized. We have Okatongs in our midst. We have gangsters in our midst. We have preachers in our midst. And we have everything else within our midst. Within the containment we find ourselves within. But my brothers and sisters, we must begin to think anew, since we are a nation within a nation. We must begin to make prominent in our thought processes the idea of obtaining some land we can call ours. We can call our own, or we can call our yours, anything you want to call it, as long as it is a sovereign land, protected by our own armies. Our policemen, if we need them, will be selected from our midst. So my brothers and sisters, listen, you're probably thinking, yeah, well, perhaps some land would do us some good. We blah, 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 blah. But let me tell you something, be specific. Most of our people live today within the Black Belt. Let's talk about which part of the Black Belt I'm talking about now as a sovereign land for our people, our nation, the New African Nation. Right here on this continent, where the very soil has been enriched by our ancestors' blood, sweat, tears, and sadness. So my brothers and sisters, that land is designated as Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina, having access to both the Atlantic Ocean and also the Caribbean Sea. So my brothers and sisters, listen, we've had organizations who come up here, there, and the other, and they were unsuccessful in their efforts. But I just want to advise you in this video that I hope is not taking too long, that there's not too much more time to wait. Our extermination from the planet is being worked out now by our oppressors. So my brothers and sisters, time is of the essence. Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. We must seize this land if it's not provided to us by the oppressors as part of the reparation package they owe, which is equivalent to $1.5 million for each descendant of the slaves in the United States of America, and free health care for life. My brothers and sisters, you might not agree with me wholly, but listen, think critically about it. We are one nation. We call ourselves different things, different little subjects within the nation, but we are all one nation, the new African nation. So if you understand what I'm talking about, my brothers and my sisters, and you agree with it, and you're willing to act upon it in reality by organizing yourselves, seeking political control over those areas, 5 states, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina, and move and try to take it politically. If that doesn't work, then we must move to take it militarily. You understand? It's up to us. No one can liberate us but us. And liberation has always been about liberating the people, but also liberating the land for the people. Once again, peace and hotep to you, my beautiful, Dada, and heroic endures. Hotep.